Good morning, Parkside. Welcome to this week's encouragement video. Thanks for tuning in. This morning, I want to share something that's been encouraging from my personal time of devotion with the Lord, and it might surprise you what I'm about to say. In fact, maybe I didn't even think I would say something like this, but here's what it is. I've been reading in the book of Leviticus, and I've been loving it. Catch yourself there. I didn't misspeak. I've actually been reading in the book of Leviticus and loving it. And it's encouraged me, and I hope it actually encourages you. So here's how, because I realize that may sound like an impossibility. I was doing the read through the Bible in a year thing, haven't done it in a few years. And I always get bogged down in Leviticus. And I thought, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to power through this thing. I'm going to read like 10 chapters a day so that in 3 days I can get through the book of Leviticus. It's 27 chapters, 9 a day actually gets you through in 3 days. And when I read in the big chunks, what I started to do was instead of seeing all the little details about this sacrifice, that burnt offering, that peace offering, that grain offering, all that business, I saw the bigger picture. And it was so encouraging to my heart. Here's what I saw at the very beginning. Chapters 1 to 8, a lot of stuff that felt like minutia about how to offer sacrifices. Chapter 9, they offered the sacrifices in the right way. God received it. It was an amazing experience for the Israelites, and they rejoiced and glorified God that they were trusting in the right sacrifice. Chapter 10, they tried to do it their own way, put their own sacrifice there, do it how they want to, not what God said, and it goes terribly, and a couple of guys die. Boom. Now look at that big picture view there. When we trust the sacrifice that God has provided and do things His way, He will accept our imperfect sacrifice. It's not like they were perfect people. And He will be glad in what we're bringing to Him. And when we try to do it our own way and veer off of His path, He's saying, no, that will not work. There will be judgment for sin. And so I was encouraged in 2 ways. One, chapter 9, the acceptable sacrifice. Look to Christ again this morning in a fresh way. Lord, I need your grace. I need your help. I need your work in my life. I need to trust you as the perfect sacrifice instead of trying to work my way to you. Constantly striving, but never really getting anywhere. And then to chapter 10 to say, boy, there's always a temptation to go do it my way. And so I do need to actively put sin to death in my life today, put selfishness to death, put pride to death, put frustration and bitterness to death. Put lustful thoughts to death, put greed to death, all of that stuff. Well, I didn't think I'd be encouraged from Leviticus 1 through 10, and I actually was. I hope that's encouraging for you to see this broad picture of the gospel flowing out of the book of Leviticus. And it strengthens you to look to Jesus as the perfect sacrifice today and also strive to put sin to death. Park said, I love you. I'm excited. We get 2 more weeks in 1 Timothy, and then we'll get into 2 Timothy. Beginning of chapter 6, verses 3 to 10 this week, if you want to look ahead. It's a great passage. Looking forward to walking through it, and I will see you Sunday. Have a great week.